Okay, this trick is a trick I really like. It's a really cool trick. I love to perform it. It's really easy. And so, here we go. So what you're going to do is, I got to set it up quick. What I'm doing is, I'm just putting down, a different amounts of piles, trying to get a bunch of different cards down there. You know what, we'll just make these extras. Okay, these are very extra cards. Set them right there. Well, okay, right there, okay? So now, what you're going to do is, after you made different amounts of piles, you're going to flip the cards over, just like that. And you're going to tell the spectator to point to any pile they like. So, say they point to this one. You're going to take it, and you're going to put it over on the extra pile, right here. Then you're going to say, pick another pile. Let's pick this one. So I'm going to take it. Oops. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it right over here, in the extra pile. And I'm going to do that until there's 3 piles left. So, here's 3 piles. Then you're going to ask them to point to one pile. So, they point to the middle one. So, you flip over this card. Then say point to another pile. Point to this pile. Flip over that card. Okay. Then you say, okay, since this card was a 4, out of my extra pile, I'm going to lay 4 cards down. Since this was a 2, I'm going to lay 2 cards down. And since there's nothing here, I'm just going to lay 10 cards down there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now I'm going to count the cards I have remaining in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 cards in my hand, which means that card's going to be an 8. Now, I think this is a really cool trick, because every time, however many cards you have left, like, it's not always going to be 8. Sometimes it'll be 5 cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll flip it over and it'll be a 5. It'll always work, which I think is really cool. It's just a self-working trick. You don't have to do anything other than just follow what you're supposed to do. There's no special skill or tricks you have to do during the trick. What you do is, you're going to lay down piles. Okay? They're going to be different amounts every time. You might have 7 piles one time, and you might have only 4 piles another time. Just how it works out. And what you're going to do is, you're going to take the top card. So in this case, it's an 8. Okay? You're going to lay it down. And since that's an 8, the next card in your head, you're going to go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And when you get to 13, stop. Okay? Now this is 7, your next card. So I'm going to go 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And stop. Now, if you ever get a face card, or so any of these are face cards, you're going to go until you get to a first number card. Okay? Because the trick won't work with face cards. So you go until you get to the first number card. So I'm going to skip, 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 and here's a 4. So I'm going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now you have another 7 here. So you're going to go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now you got a 3. So you're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have another 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that worked perfectly. They ended out being the perfect amount of numbers. But sometimes you'll have, like, you'll end with, like, a 9 and 2 face cards left. And you can't go 9, 10, 11 because you only have that many cards left. You can't go to 13. So then you just say these are going to be extras, and you're going to put them aside. So in this case, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piles. Last time I think I only had 5 piles. So now you're going to flip the cards over in the piles. And remember, keep the extras aside if you do have any extras, which you don't have to. Just if it works out. And now you're going to say to the spectator, pick any pile you want. And it doesn't matter which pile they want, it'll still work out. So say they pick this pile, say okay, pick another pile. And they just pick this pile, and then say pick another pile, say they pick this pile. And you keep doing that until you have 3 piles left. Once you have 3 piles left, you ask them to point to 2 piles. Say they point to these 2. You're going to turn these 2 cards over. If they would point to these 2, you just turn these 2 over. Simple as that. So you're going to turn these 2 over. Now they're going to take your extra cards. So all the piles we have in the extra. And when you took out the piles from here, when they chose them, you put those in the extra pile. Okay? So once you start off with the extra pile, and then all the piles they don't want, you add to the extra pile. So now you're going to take all the remaining cards, and you're going to say, since there's a 7 here, I'm going to place 7 cards down here. 5, 6, 7. Since there's a 3 here, I'm going to place 3 cards down. 1, 2, 3. And since there's nothing here, I'm just going to place 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you're going to count the remaining cards in your hand. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to flip over this card, and that is going to be a 3. See, so last time it was an 8, this time it was a 3. It's going to be different every time. But it'll always work. As long as you only use 52 cards. If you have a deck with 54 cards in it, so you have 2 jokers, then you're gonna, when they have their 3 piles left, like that, and you tell them to flip over 2, well, this is why I said do a number card first when you counted. So when I said if there's like a face card there, start off with 9, because if you flip it over and there's a jack there, it's not going to work. So that's why you want to do it with a face card on top. I mean, a number card on top. So now you're going to say, so when you get to this situation, if you have 54 cards in your deck, you're going to do the 4 here, just do 9 there. I don't know how many that was. But now in this case, you're going to do 12 cards here. Okay, because instead of 52 cards, you have 54 cards. Now if you have a regular 52 deck, then you can just do 10 cards. If you have 54 deck, you have to do 12. If you have 53 deck, you have to do 11, and so 56 to 14. And it should always work. So that's a trick I thought was really cool. Hope you enjoy it.